Really appreciate that guy just running. He's running to come hang out. Hey, what's up? Whoop. And his cheetah friend too. Well, that's one way to start the stream off. Pardon me. Not in here.
I won't be intimidated. Stop the barracks and double the patrols. If Paros is sending them, I want to know the moment they make landfall.
Yes, sir.
Would Archon teach the merchants?
I understand your concerns. But protecting the town and the quarries is what's most important. You may all go.
Hey, dude. You just walking in the shot? That was... Oh, ruining all the dramatic tension here. I lived, bitch.
But I close my eyes and still see you home. I thought I had lost you.
Alexios is alive.
I have him, don't they?
Gee, Mom, you're smart.
I rebuilt my life from ashes. Do you understand? And now you tell me you're alive. You're both alive.
Yeah, no, I'm here. Hello.
It's really you. It's not some trick of the gods.
No, I found you.
Your brother. We have to get him back.
He's too far gone.
I gave up on you both once. Never again.
What
How did you...
I have a lot of questions.
I think we both do. But ask. I'll answer what I can.
What happened to you in Argolis after that night?
I found your brother and rushed to a young doctor's apprentice, Hippocrates. I thought I'd lost you. I wasn't ready to
Oh,
lose you.
I spoke with
Hippocrates.
him recently. That night still haunts him.
I was heartbroken when the healers in Asclepios told me Alexios was dead. Two of you were my whole world.
But he did live. They lied to you.
They must have realized he was special and handed him over to the cult.
What do you mean?
He's got that triple helix DNA, child.
Soldiers from Paros just made landfall in the cove. A small force, maybe a dozen.
Malaka.
Oh,
Gather the troops.
first malaka of the
Russians
stream.
will have to wait, Lan.
I want to help.
I assume you can use those weapons.
Better than
No.
you last saw me.
They're just for
Good.
show.
Come.
Who was attacking?
Paros, across the bay. Seems Silanos has finally grown tired of sharing the
now?
We've always had problems with hounds. I expected an attack.
Come on, I don't have a horse.
I guess the time for talking is over.
I mean, I do have a horse, but why wasn't it just hanging out? Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me again.
Why are you working with Sparta, given all that's happened?
Paros made an alliance with the Athenians, so they left me little choice.
You needed support.
A rivalry with Paros is one thing, but they turned it into a war. Their partnership with Athens was too much to weather for Naxos alone.
Where are these people? Oh, they're there. Get a little closer. A little closer. There we go. Hello, sir. Excuse me. Just a moment of your time. Can I not? Whoop. Sneaky. I stealthed him. I stealthed him real good. I stealthed him so good I dropped a few frames. It's probably not great for your spears to just jab them in the ground like that.
Naxos used to control Paros and Andros. They're envious of our craftsmen, too.
And now?
They think they deserve expansion. Their oligarch demands their wings spread wide. But we'll clip their wings before that happens.
They don't know who they're up against.
You remind me of Nikolaos. You fight just like him.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
He would be proud.
The real world taught me better. When someone wants your head, you have to learn to save your neck.
I know exactly what you mean.
Let's continue this discussion somewhere the smell of death doesn't linger.
Ride with me.
Going on a horsey ride with my mom.
The island is beautiful.
It is. Sparta has nothing on Naxian beaches.
Sparta. All I remember is the bottom of Mount Taygetos.
When I brought you to the Pythia as a baby, she never said we would live in mighty war. She said you had such promise.
The Pythia can't predict everything. Your general acted quickly, raising the alarm.
Timon knows Paris is a threat. They make their business clear.
They can't be more clear than sending soldiers. There's no treaty?
Maybe there was, but it's long over. Now there's no mistaking them for anything but enemy.
An enemy?
Enlightened fisherman is quite the epithet.
But I think you're right.
Hello. Whoop.
Come
Whoop. Nope. Get off the horse. Thank you.
The temple's coming along, Evandros.
soldiers can't get all the funds.
They can if you don't want the temple destroyed by our enemy. But I'll see what I can do.
It's a good deal restarting construction. Ligdamis was a great man who deserves reverence.
His battles against corruption and oligarchy are lessons we all should remember. I do intend to finish the temple.
Thank you, Felix.
Okay.
What a strange day it has been.
But a good one.
I've certainly had worse.
Me too.
You have grown into a remarkable woman. But I see the burden you carry on your shoulders.
Finding you has lessened it, I think.
I'm glad, but I have wondered why the gods chose to reunite us now.
I think they felt it was about time our family found each other again.
We want to be truly united? We have to find Alexios and rescue him from the cult's grasp.
They are the source of all our pain, and they will cause more to many others unless we act.
I put that life behind me the moment I left Sparta. I have Naxos to worry about now.
Let me help you here. We can safeguard Naxos and then hunt down the cult together.
Mirini, the symposium is about to start.
By the gods. I'm sorry, Miss Smith. I forgot. Prepare the horses. I'll be out shortly.
The symposium?
I need to show the people their leader is strong and in control. Sometimes the face we show to the world needs to be one of strength, despite the chaos we harbor in it.
Doo-doo-doo.
I will help you stop the cult, but before I can leave Naxos, I have to ensure it will survive without me.
What do you need?
Paros has to be dealt with. We need to weaken their position. Once they're vulnerable, they will make a reckless decision and we will strike.
What did you have in mind?
We must force the Paros fleet to engage us and destroy it. But my admiral, Aeneas, is missing. His ship was sailing for Paros to engage in peace talks, and he never returned.
Don't worry. I'll find him.
If you need me, I'll be at the symposium. Although, try to look less intimidating should you choose to pay me a visit.
All right. Got quests. Time to do some quests.
Did you not hear what I said? These are the most skilled.
Oh, hello.
You cannot stay in the public eye. They'll find you.
I understand you perfectly. But I also need to be seen. The propaganda did his job well. I need more support from the promise.
I've seen too many people die already. Please, come away from here. Spacia. What brings you here?
Cassandra, read the room, my dear.
I'm interrupting. Please, continue your discussion. It sounds fascinating. I've just come to tell your mother that the cult's elite forces are after her, and that this place is too open.
How'd you know this?
And I've been telling Aspasia I need to appear in public to maintain the support of the citizens.
You want me to handle the cult soldiers?
Not only that, my people won't believe Paros is behind this without proof. I need you to find it.
Of course.
Good.
You got it.
And I'll make the rounds here. Show
There's a
off my
bird
sport.
outside my window, and it sounds very angry.
I know. I'll get her out of here safe.
Later.
I'd be happy to help you both. I'll see you again later.
It doesn't matter where I got the information.
Whoa. Okay. That's cool. Didn't really mean to do that, but sure. Hello.
Bring my hordes with us.
Oh, hello. Stealthy. Oh, excuse me. Where's this ancient tablet? Aha!
Hello.
Hello!
I see you met up with your terrible mother.
My awesome mom, yes. Action mom,
Did that
runner of the
happen last
country.
stream? Did that happen last
Uh,
stream, or has she been exclusive to this stream?
She has been exclusive to this stream.
Alright. I'll now start listing off fictional parents worse than her.
Uh-huh.
I'm done.
Entrance. They're in there.
Not even like, not Darth Vader.
I mean, he redeemed himself.
Not,
Your mother is worthless through and through.
whoa. Not Haru's dad from Persona 5.
At least he was rich.
My mom runs a country. How is she not rich?
Because this country blows.
What? This country's
And
awesome.
you're not getting anything out of it. Let me know when you get a limo. Do you have a butler? Your mother give you a manservant? No? Didn't think so.
What about, give me a second, I'll come up with more.
I'm honestly amazed you're having this much trouble with it.
It's one of those things where if I wasn't put on the spot like this, I'd be way better at it.
You would have a list of terrible parents in fiction.
Yeah. With everything, if you don't ask me the question, I'll know the answer. But as soon as you ask me what the question is, it's like, well, something.
So I should have asked an imaginary third party the question.
Yes, and then I would have just
Letting you
been...
retain the knowledge.
Yes. Oh, right, this... Okay, I'm remembering this quest all of a sudden. Or at least this room. This room's cool.
Stamped with a seal of Paros.
Because you go up here and behind this dope statue of Zeus,
Kind of cold.
you get a cool bow. That we're gonna equip because it makes my regular arrows become poison arrows, even though it makes my assassin damage go down a little bit. But that seems useful.
It's probably okay.
Plus, since I mean it's St. Patrick's Day, and Cassandra needed something green.
Oh, that makes sense. really liked the bow that you get. Well, you get it way later, but you know you're on New Game Plus, so whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But the one that turns all of your basic arrows into fire arrows.
Yes.
But the problem is that just like pulling out an arrow with that thing around instantly sets all the grass you're hiding in on fire. Make it fucking terrible for stealthing. Because that's what that like you do your assassination stuff as like sneak into base and stab guys.
Yes.
My stealth assassination stuff was circle the building and just pick dudes off with arrows until there's nobody left. Just like predator headshots from a mile away until there was nobody left on the outside of the building, and then slowly work your way in. I still did stealthy assassin stuff. It was just long-range stealthy assassin stuff.
Yeah. And to be fair, I don't know quite how stealthy my stealthy assassin stuff is, because it's mostly just do the warp strike thing 4 times, and then if I get caught, just start doing hero strike, because it does raw 100% assassin damage, which I don't know if you
pretty good.
Which I don't know if you noticed, but that's not going to be cool when I unpause. My assassin damage is pretty high. Yeah. Oh, I'm close to an untracked target. That's cool. I don't know how close I am to that untracked target. If it's all the way on the other island.
Yeah, you can swim.
Also, I just realized something, that it's really good that we're doing this on New Game Plus.
Yeah.
This will be the first Assassin's Creed game where I don't embarrassingly die by jumping off something I shouldn't.
You know, fair, because it's literally impossible.
Yeah.
Well, we may have spoken too soon, but we'll find out later. I can think of at least one place where you can still embarrassingly die by jumping off something.
Fair. I think
There may only be 1 or 2 times in the entire game that it can happen, but it's still possible.
I'm remembering that now as well.
I'm glad that you've set yourself up for future failure.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Also, I realized the thing about the difference between Origins and Odyssey, and why getting fast travel points in Odyssey seems way more important than it does in Origins. It's because Origins, despite being like a big open world,
It's all land.
well, not that. It's mostly linear. Like, you very rarely go back to regions that you have already completed the story for. Compared to this game where it is constant.
I figured the switching between land and sea travel in this one would probably also have something to do with that.
That too, to a lesser extent, but I would still say that maybe like the biggest one is
That Origins is a straight line.
is a big landmass straight line game. Yes. By the way, don't put a bounty on me, Dick.
Soldiers were paid with Rahmi from Paros.
Well, I could hardly ask for clearer proof. This will settle some scores. Take this to the Merchants Guild. Tell them it's the proof I promised. And tell them they can keep the coins.
Of course.
There was also this. I assume it's their orders.
I recognize this. It's an old dialect.
Oh, Auspicia recognizes the thing that the cult uses to communicate with one another.
Oh, go figure.
This
That's
knowledge
weird.
isn't from Silanos. It's from someone in Sparta.
That's not possible.
I can translate it for you, but these orders come from a Spartan king.
The Spartan nobility has always resisted the cult.
The cult is like water. Any crack in the stone and they'll get in.
Sparta stands against corruption.
How can you
My
say
favorite
that
thing
after
about this
all
meeting
Sparta
is
has
that
done
2 out of
to
3
you?
members were
Thank
dead
God
at the end of
for
my
the
game.
family. They welcomed the cult with open arms.
Why do you keep
Can't believe you
saying
killed
they?
Cassandra.
I am still Spartan. And so are you.
I mean,
Are you ready?
now that I think about it,
I have responsibilities. Paros needs to be stopped. But then, yes, I will go back.
Oh, we discovered a new cultist.
We will destroy your statues. We will burn down your temples if that's what it takes to
Oh
rid
right,
the
someone in the
world of
Peloponnesian
rodents like
League.
you.
The sage is a Spartan king. Great, thanks. Helpful. What's the other really funny one? I guess I don't have any clues to that guy. But I'm gonna be honest, now that you've mentioned the part where like one of the clues for the Delian League is like the leader of this branch of the cult is involved in Athenian politics, it's still really funny.
because it's like the whole point of the Delian League is that it's the Athenian alliance.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, no shit. A lot of the cultist clues, I'm not gonna lie,
Maybe not the most
little
helpful.
obvious. Yeah. But I mean, really, if it had turned out that the dude leading the, like, naval warfare branch of the cult didn't have a boat, how surprised would you have been?
That would have been great.
Like, if he was just, like, and he was in some little landlocked region, as far away from the ocean as possible.
I would have laughed.
It's the perfect disguise. No one would ever go after him here. No one would suspect. I kind of wish there was more to do on the water in this game.
Then just boat fight.
Yeah, because also a lot of the boat fighting is, well, same thing over and over and over again with no variation.
Yeah.
Relax. But I have bad news.
Must
Like,
be-
I don't know exactly what you would put on the water to make the boat travel seem more interesting.
Speaking of boat fight.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, my first thought was literally just, what if it was, like, a where the water tastes like wine style rhythm thing to make your character fucking
Row.
sing along with the crew.
Just
Not to
like,
actually make you go faster, just literally something to put up on the screen to kill time while you're going. And you can just ignore it and not sing, or you can hit it and just be really bad. Fuck up the timing.
will be like a way out.
Yeah. Extreme sea shanty difficulty.
Speed up! Prepare to dock!
Man, A Way Out was great.
It's real good.
One of the 10 best games of last year or so, I heard.
Some might say that. Hey dog, you don't look so good.
Only survivor?
They took prisoner gone to carry back to Paros.
What happened?
We came to talk peace with Paros. They ambushed us.
What of your captain, Aeneas?
Took him.
I'll get him.
Make them pay.
Alright, time to go find this Unius man.
Also, for the record, my timing for getting to your streams may be off for a while due to us being, once again, shorthanded at work.
Amazing.
So now I've been called in to close the store on a bunch of days.
There's Aeneas. She's in bad
So
shape.
instead of like, hey, you'll be out halfway through the day and have all day to do whatever you want, now it's come in a little bit later and then work all day and then also open the next morning.
Well,
It's
that
just like, ugh.
sucks.
Yeah, it does. I really liked that brief period of time where I was able to get all my work out of the way early in the morning and not have to worry about it,
Careful in this area.
and then just have the rest of the day to do whatever. But it seems like that time is over.
Oops, nope. Hit the. There you go.
Ready to die!
Howdy.
What a hard man to kill.
I know she will.
Oops, did not mean to pick up torch. And just stealth kill some dudes over here.
Also, I want to ask you a question, and I'm sure it will be something that you won't know and I'll have to look up.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a term for, like, say on Bibles, how a lot of them have that, like, gold lining on the edges of the pages?
Yeah.
Is there a word for that lining?
Yes, but even if you asked me that, I wouldn't know. Like, I think it's just like page leafing or something. Are we out of? We're not out of the quarry. Oh, I guess we're still technically in the quarry. How are we not out of the quarry yet? Okay, now we're out of the quarry somehow.
Thank you, Miss Bruce. I hope Phoenix pays you well for this.
Remind her for me.
Something's wrong with Paros. More than usual. Strange.
What's wrong with Paros?
What did you see?
Their brothers. Not the Paros type.
Oh, they're hanging out with weird masked dudes. Weird.
A mask.
I couldn't tell who he was. Time to get off this godforsaken island. I know my way back.
You should tell Phoenicus what you saw.
I'll report to her at once.
Alright.
Currently on Bibles, they're just called gilt edges. Like gilded,
Yeah.
gold, you know. But I was mostly asking because somebody dropped off a hardcover copy of Bram Stoker's Dracula that has that, but it's red on the edges of the pages.
That's cool.
It is cool. So I was trying to figure out what the term for that was, because it's like, that's a cool thing, and I wonder if other books have done that. Or something similar. Honestly, the main problem is that the actual cover of the book looks like ass. It looks like what you'd put on, like, a comic book edition of Bram Stoker's Dracula, and not the cool actual comic book edition of Bram Stoker's Dracula that's done by Mike Mignola, but like a lame version.
So, I've mentioned my adventures at the Wild. Apparently, like, the gimmick is they get, like, shipments of Amazon returns,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just sell them for, like, $1.
Mm-hmm.
Every third Friday, they sell things for 25 cents instead of $1, or $5, as the case may be, depending on what day it is. Like, the first day they get stuff in, it's $5, and then it drops $1 each day.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a copy of Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, with a really cool-looking cover, but not edges. Also, I did not buy it, because do you know how many copies of Bram Stoker's Dracula I have?
None?
No, like, 4 at least.
Why?
Because sometimes you go to an old bookstore and you go, oh, a copy of Bram Stoker's Dracula. I don't think I have a copy of that. Oh, no.
Oh no, I do. I have a lot.
Getting in a fight. Probably getting in too much of a fight, but hey. Gonna try to kill this captain. Whoops. I was gonna say before things get too dicey, but I feel like that time may have already passed. Especially now that I whiffed with my hero strike. Horse? Later horse? Oh, that's a lot of people. Oh, hey, it's somebody the patricidal. I didn't realize you were in this game, make me mad. Boom. Got him.
I mean, is it still just patricide at that point, or is there another term when you've gone for the whole family?
Familicidal, I don't know. Doot. Oh, hello. Get out of here.
Familicide
I was right!
is the type of murder or murder-suicide in which perpetrator kills multiple close family members in quick succession.
Well,
There's like years in between. It took a while.
I kicked that man off the cliff. That was cool. The Sparta kick is a fun ability. Really? Whoa. Dodgy. Oops, sorry. Just briefly murdering the one person, or the captive I was trying to save. Don't mind me. Let me be super honest, I'm amazed that I've managed to evade dying this long.
Oh man! Sorry, I just saw something rad on the Wikipedia page that I'd missed the first time through. Where all members of a family are killed, the crime may be referred to as family annihilation.
Alright.
Which I just want a giant, like, embossed, flaming version of that hovering next to my Cassandra. Like the Devil May Cry style meter.
Oh, okay. Bad things are happening. We're out of here.
It's the last few members of my family hit the ground and the thing pops up that says family annihilation.
Those, the people at that fort are very unhappy with me. I don't know if you knew
Seems like it.
I did, however, murder Acantha the Patricidal. Oh, I got Griffin's Scythe. I love Berserk.
It's not even the right name.
It's not?
No. His
How
name is
does-
Griffith. With a TH, just like Eris. Come on, man.
I went to school with someone with the last name Griffiths. Griffis.
Don't trust that person.
He was a nice
They're
dude.
they're one bad localization away from turning on you.
He, as a reason why I like Persona 4 so much, he was the dude what had spiky hair but really enjoyed knitting things.
Oh. Makes sense.
Just to continue the part where my life at one point was kind of just Persona 4 without the murder.
I was gonna ask if you caught the serial murderer in your hometown, or if they were still on the loose.
There we go. I've murdered enough people over on Peros that I completed the quest, which is nice. Now I just need to get out of combat and then teleport over to Marine. Yeah, I can teleport.
But also, I'm gonna post this in the Discord, and seriously, check out how cool that is.
That's a good cover.
You should not be allowed to use any other cover for a copy of Dracula. And I've not been able to find anything about the particular copy of Dracula that I was talking about that we got up at the store. but
Red
with
edges.
the red edges and whatnot.
Hey, Marine, I went and murdered a bunch of people.
Better stay hidden.
I seek my mother's approval. I appreciate that I'm also somehow next to the one bounty hunter that is not after me in the world.
You may speak.
Ships from Paros have blockaded the harbor.
Well, that's bad.
Curse Silanos and his damned cult. Do they never tire of meddling?
Oh, that cult and their meddling.
Tell them I'm on my way. A blockade? I've refused to pay tribute to Athens, and Paros is taking advantage of the situation. There goes our hope of striking first.
You know, I've got a boat.
I can bring my ship around and clear the harbor.
Just you against an entire blockade?
You're right. It's
Boom!
terrible
Got him!
for Faros.
Be safe, and come back to me, lamb.
Now, the fun question is... Okay, no. I wonder if with the blockade I can bring my boat... I can fast travel my boat to me. Or if I have to fast travel to my boat and then back to here. The boat travel, the way that you can like teleport your boat around is always really funny in this game to me. Oh good, I can just magically make my boat show up over here. Oops. There we go.
Ready for sailing! Nice to see you, Commander. Get ready to fire! Arrows! No good! Spears at the ready! Go! Throw spears!
Whoa! Oops. Wrong button. It's like Ace Combat up in here. Pardon me.
Slow down!
Boat combat.
Slow down!
There will be more
Alright.
Now
E-boat
Wait, I
combated
finally
good.
found a picture of the copy that we got at the store.
I mean, that's an okay cover. It's not the
It's
greatest.
okay, but it's just like a boxy picture of like a generic vampire.
Yeah.
Like you could have just gone with like if it just didn't have that picture, it'd be fine. If it just said Dracula,
Yeah.
because the font and everything is cool. So like, god damn it.
Wait, how am I in conflict? Oh no, Anaketos the delusive baker! Also, I've jammed my boat in a corner and I can't put my boat in reverse. Wait, we're doing it!
Head for open water!
Out of combat.
Ready your bow!
Oh, fine.
Let's move!
Guess we'll have a boat fight with the delusive baker.
Salvage nearby! When will the cage of the snake devils is closed?
I need archers! Now! Attack! Archers! Ready! Now! Hang on to them! Release them! Set fire to the weapons! Archers to the front! Get ready!
Watch them, Commander! Heading this way!
Archers! Make them burn!
We miss them!
Eat it, Anaketos the delusive baker.
More speed! Full speed! Faster! We've reached full speed!
It's a real dumb name.
It's really stupid. A lot of these mercenaries don't have great names.
Forward! Ready the ship for mooring!
Anyway, hey! Can I talk to... There we go.
Anyways, that's enough looking at books for the stream. I like the idea of cool-looking collector's editions of books. I just wish that copy of Bram Stoker's Dracula didn't have the big, dumb vampire picture on the front. Because if it just had, like, the cool, like, Dracula logo thing, of, like, the weird face with the fangs and whatnot, it'd be like, yeah, that's cool. Or if it just said Dracula, that'd be cool.
The harbor is
Or if it was
clear.
just a black cover, or whatever. Like, anything. Anything would be cooler than just we Google searched vampire and picked result number 2.
They'll be ready on your
Because result number 1 would be too obvious.
Sandra,
Well, yeah.
whatever you need.
The cult must be stopped. When we return to Laconia, it will be dangerous.
I'm used to it. We both are.
Here I know who I can and cannot trust. I would have said that about Spartacus at this musical king.
Did Aspasia find out which of the kings is working with the cult?
For all we know, it's both. We must cleanse Sparta.
Just murder both the kings. Anarchy reigns.
At least now we can face them together.
I miss Anarchy Reigns.
That is a
More
great
specifically,
video game.
I miss almost all of the characters from Anarchy Reigns.
Yeah,
Man, that,
That
game had
game-
a great cast.
Are you ready to sail?
the Blacker Baron.
I'm ready.
Matilda.
Then I leave this to you.
With your shield.
Big Bull,
And now he's trying
Matilda.
to cult.
Leo.
Matilda again. But also Sasha's okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like... Oh. Hey, there's another bounty hunter that's upset at me. Weird. Get off your horse.
Oh God, Pinterest, go away.
Nope, I'm on my boat. You can't get me. I'm on my boat. Haha, tricked. Eat it, the enlightened fisherman.
Ready the oars!
Time to do some more boat fighting. I also want to point out, I may have looked up like how many missions are in this first section of the story.
Yeah.
We're actually a lot closer than I thought we were. Turns out not
To
not
the end of section 1.
to the end of section 1. Turns out not having to grind
Yeah, it cuts out a lot of time. as it turns out.
if you can just, go from mission to mission to mission. And we're almost to one of the goofier, better parts of the main story.
Onward! We're moving now!
Involving either a very unfortunate named fellow or a very fortunate named fellow, depending on where you fall on that debate.
Increase speed! Let's go! Maximum speed!
One.
Head for open water! Ready arrows! Fire!
Try another volley.
Spear them!
Gonna be here.
Ready!
Shooting the boats.
Everyone, brace yourselves! Hit them with your spears!
We didn't hit. They're speeding up for a hit, Commander.
We're at maximum speed!
Ramming boats.
More speed!
I think we're out of danger. You never get too comfortable on these waters, though.
Increase speed! Faster! Slow down! Rowers! Go!
Really?
Slow! Archers! Get ready!
Fine. Jerks.
Bows ready! More oars! Speed up! New sails! Forward! Hang on tight!
Pardon me, let me just use this other Spartan boat as a shield.
Shoot when ready! Slow! Keep up the speed! Archers! Ready yourselves! Get in position! Attack with
is very on fire. Aha! And just hoop it.
Commander, they are headed right at us! Onward!
Meow, meow. Over here. Get it? Yeah.
Oh, medication makes everything better. How's
It's
it
true.
going?
I sank the boat.
Whose boat?
The whoever of whoever. Silanos of Paros. Guy who's after my mom. And we saved her because we're a good child who respects our mother.
Good mother wouldn't need saving.
Oh. Boat fight. Mercenary boat fight. Please stop. I was really bad at using fire in these boat fights.
They are going to hit us!
It's not too bad. It's just like having a normal shot, I guess.
I mean, it is, but like, I always feel like I've saved up enough to get a good fire thing going, and then it's always like, oh, you needed like one more. Like, oh.
Also, you approach these boats things way differently than I do, because what I do is just mash the button until I'm out and wait for it to recharge. Like, I will just get it lined up and then just mash the arrow button and then mash the javelin button and then
I died.
It honestly seems to... Wow, really?
Yeah.
How'd you die in a boat fight?
I'm very bad at the boat fights. I don't know if you
You
knew
should
this.
mash. My strategy always worked for me.
I'm mashing as hard as I can over here.
You got like a full arrow ring going. Well, alright, you started mashing towards the end there. I think my boat got blown up once.
Nope. Glad they're just all the Spartan ships, or all the Athenian ships just kind of reappeared, except for the one that had the cultist on it for no good reason. But anyway, I'm out. Secondary question is, can I just cheat? I cannot cheat quite yet. But if I go around that part of the island, then I'll run into the mercenary again, so we're just gonna go this way. And be like, haha, sucker! You're over there, and I'm over here. Eat it.
Now in speed! Forward!
I wasn't worried. They can never think you this now.
Owens! Go! Let's move it! More oars! Let's move! Full power!
Now, can I fast travel and cheat? Yeah. We're just gonna cheat super hard.
If you can cheat, you should always give it a shot.
This is again part of the reason why the boat, like traveling with the boat, is hilarious. Because A, you can, if say you need to go somewhere that's not really near a fast travel point, like in the middle of the ocean, and then you're like, oh, I gotta go level grind for a little bit. You can just park your boat in the middle of the ocean and then fast travel away. And then because you can fast travel to your boat, you can just fast travel right back to where you need to be. And then you can do things like what I'm about to do here, which is, oh, I need to get someone on my boat to this location, but I have a fast travel point already kind of near that location, and I'm not near the location. So I'm just going to fast travel over there, go to the boat dock, call my boat over, and then boom, that lady's where she needs to be. We just go over here. And we're like, hey. Oh, I don't even have to call my boat over. Just me being here has magically called my boat over.
Naxos seems secure.
We have done great things together, Prince People.
But now, we must look beyond these shores and destroy the cult.
They are everywhere and nowhere. Their followers are without number. Where do we start?
We cut the heads off the beast one at a time until they are blind.
So if there's one thing that cutting Hydra's heads off does, is it kills them. It's good.
Sparta?
Yeah, solves the problem.
I still have influence and allies. We can rally around our cause
Get up
and
on the Hydra's back.
to the world.
It will be dangerous. Their hold on Sparta is strong.
Don't you think it's time we return?
Together.
I have only a few more things to do here.
As soon as you're ready, we'll set sail for Laconia.
I think there's something you should do first.
What?
You need to find your father.
Who is he?
He's a difficult man to describe.
Hey, tell me about my real dad and not my
But
weird
the
Spartan
only way to
dad.
truly know him is to meet him yourself.
So you won't tell me now.
There are details only he can provide. I hope when you meet him, you understand. You'll find what you need on the island of Sierra. I've given your navigator the
Alright, let's go
compass.
hang out with my dad.
See you in Laconia.
I'll be there.
May Poseidon keep you
It won't be super weird at all.
Safe journeys. Thera.
Alright, let's... go hang out on Thera real quick. Is Thera? There's Thera. And luckily, my boat's kind of on the right side of the thing, so it's a good thing I didn't have to pull my boat over, because now I can just fast travel to my boat and then go.
The boat fast travel. The fast travel in this game is weird in general, but the boat is handy because there was one part in particular where I ended up. What was it? Oh, I was going to get something out of a cave underwater, and ended up in the like about to drown, like seconds away from out of air type state.
And you
And
just
then I
fast
just
travel
went
to
to
your
the map
boat.
and fast traveled back to my boat.
That's
It's like, oh, okay, that works.
That's
That
hilarious.
shouldn't work, but it does. That's amazing.
Let's go! We're at full speed!
I see salvage!
There are a lot of boats in this region. Boat is having some problem making forward progress. Get up. There you go. Okay.
Enemies are close! Get ready!
Ow. Stop shooting me. I'm just trying to go see my dad. These are some good clouds. That is all.
This place is nice.
Lower the oars!
I really appreciate Cassandra just going, this place is nice. At this dilapidated fucking misery hole over here.
Misery.
Like, gave it a whole bunch of harsher shadows.
I was half expecting a cloud to just roll in and turn this whole section dark. To be fair, I remember this section being dark because I got here at night. Also, can a bounty hunter track you, like, here?
Probably.
It's just... The idea of a bounty hunter fighting you here is funny to me.
It's pretty good.
Just track you to...
These ruins look old.
Can we just spoil things? Is that fine?
No, we're almost.
Okay.
Just hold on for just a little bit longer. Track
You don't want to reveal the truth of the island just yet.
Track you to the misery hole. Anyway, how do you feel about Tomb Raider-esque light puzzles?
Badly.
How do you feel about these angry kitties? Oh, get off! Bad kitty. Do. remember there was one part of this puzzle in particular that it took me longer than it should have to figure out. Or might not be this one. It might be a different one.
Won't budge.
Oops, nope.
This looks to be in the right position.
Yeah, I think I was trying to do something with this for way too long, and I ignored. I was trying to do something with the mirror that I wasn't supposed to do something with for too long. Or not.
Oh, this part of the game was so long ago.
There we go, okay. Now it's going across the building. Do. Don't you just love sliding block puzzles?
No, not really. Because when I think sliding block puzzles, I remember, in particular, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, the first one, which had some hellacious block puzzling. Because that game was kind of just Tomb Raider.
Okay, I apparently cannot move this mirror. Well, no. Can I move it from this side? No. Amazing. Wait,
How's it going?
I need more space, and I don't have more space.
I'm probably completely wrong. I seem to remember there was something in this whole mess about, like, having to destroy one of the mirrors or something that was blocking a mirror to get it in the right spot.
That might be a little later.
Yeah, there might be a different part where that's done. I don't know. For some reason, that's coming to mind, though.
This part where I cannot move this piece in any side direction is really freaking me out, though. Nope. Good internet television happening right here.
Oh yeah, always. What else do we provide to the people if not that, TFB?
I don't know, at the very least I didn't say that these puzzles are simple and for children.
That's true. I said I also don't remember them taking a particularly long time. I seem to remember thinking these were actually a fairly well put together, like, series of puzzles in that it went pretty quick. I'm just like, oh, you solve this one puzzle, then move on to the next room, and here's another one, and you solve that, and you're... Just go through like 4 or 5 and you're done.
Or something. Because, yeah, it needs to hit... It needs to hit this mirror. Or does it? Or can it just go down there? Can I set this on fire? Any of these? I set any of these on fire. No. Nope. Camera. Okay, now why can't I move this one? The fact that some of these can't move sideways is really freaking me out. And by freaking me out, I mean irritating me. But I think I've got it figured out now. Because I can move this one over here. And then move this one. There we go. You're so smart, Cassandra.
Hey, canonically, this probably took her no time at all.
It's true.
That should work. Now, try the door.
It's an odd-shaped door.
Finally. Now, find what lies within.
Oops. Love caves. Why would my father be in a weird cave? That is a great question.
Yeah, it is bizarre.
It's hot in here.
Maybe he's got a cool magic sword to give you.
It's hot in here. Oh, Jesus. It's like Resident Evil 5 over here. Oh, I'm on fire. I'm glad they at least, model convection somewhat.
Unlike all Resident Evil games.
Unlike all Resident Evil games.
Remember 6?
Where you fight fake Nemesis on, like, a molten iron plant.
Like, you fight him on the cooled metal parts that are breaking apart and then melting and then reforming into more platforms. Which, no, that's not how
this
that works. That shit's still hot. Solidified molten metal is still hot.
I also remember I was like, well, at least they model convection. I lied.
Yeah. Has that gone out the window?
That's gone out the window.
Well.
They tried. I guess I just stepped a little too close to the lava and then set myself on fire.
The Animus doesn't really understand how physics works, as evidenced by this entire series.
Yeah, no, just jump off a huge building into a hay bale. You're fine.
They
Actually do that.
They completely took fall damage out of this cut version of the Animus at a certain point, so you know.
Man, it's a bunch of weird shapes. Can't be important.
Yeah, no.
No, that'd be weird. Why would everything being triangles be like
Just checking, what's the countdown to Assassin's Creed revealing the Earth is flat?
Oh, Jesus. Never.
The Templars just want to trick you into thinking the world is round, you see.
No.
The Assassins are over here fighting for the truth.
No. Stop.
What are those supposed to be?
What, the things on...
Dog statue things. Crazy monster mouths.
Don't worry about it. Anyway.
I'm kind of worried about it.
Here's where this game decides to go full ridiculous.
Yeah, this is where it happens.
Name me something more ridiculous than this in a past Assassin's Creed game.
Shroud of Turin. Shroud of Turin being revealed to be an ancient alien artifact that's used to bring people back to life.
Yeah, but like the Shroud of Turin actually exists.
Apple of Eden being a fucking crazy mind control artifact that links up with the Pope's staff to form a key to the arsenal of ancient alien weapons hidden under the Vatican. So then you have to fist fight the Pope to keep him from getting an alien arsenal. You motherfucker.
Yeah, but Atlantis does.
What?
Yeah, but Atlantis.
Yeah, but secret arsenal of alien weaponry under the Vatican. No! Are you telling me there's an arsenal of alien weaponry under the Vatican, so it's okay, because that's based in reality?
I mean, you don't know what's under...
That's what you're trying to tell me, you can go fuck yourself.
You don't know what's under the Vatican.
No, I don't, and you don't know what's under this particular Greek island. Maybe Atlantis is down there. Have you done the research?
I bet it's not Atlantis.
Yeah, I bet it's not, and I also bet there's no alien artifacts under the Vatican.
Yeah, but it's the best kind of dumb.
But the fact that you try to single this out as particularly ridiculous is crazy to me, considering all the other dumb bullshit that has happened in this series.
Yeah, but nobody lives for thousands of years in this series that isn't an alien. And here's Pythagoras over here talking to you about, did you know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared?
What would you do if Pythagoras just told that terrible, terrible joke?
Oh, I'd be so happy.
For now, take this. It's part of the key to access.
Do you have any idea how happy I would be if he was just like, hey, Cassandra, you want to hear about the three kingdoms surrounding around... Whoa, that doesn't look right.
Did something break?
Something has broken.
Fantastic.
Speaking of triangles... Oh, that's... If you have epilepsy, I apologize.
waiting for it to break. Oh, yeah! Oh, that's amazing! Oh, that's working as intended.
That murdered my bitrate.
Yeah, no, that's not surprising. Wow. Yeah, no, that broke.
You're delirious. We've been searching for an Isu artifact with reality-bending powers, and this bothers you?
Pythagoras was born around 570 BCE.
Layla over here playing the role of Make Me Mad.
What could possibly be keeping him alive?
The staff of
About you're looking for... We're looking for
I'll help you pack
alien artifacts, and Atlantis is the thing that makes you go... Okay, hold on a minute.
Once again, TFP agreeing with Victoria.
What was the previous time I agreed with Victoria?
I honestly can't. I don't know. I'm just
See?
saying that to get your goat.
Hey, now the loading screen works right.
Granted, you agreed with an inferior traitorous Victoria, but you know.
The better Victoria.
Wow.
It's not a
Wow.
It's not a
I'm
bit.
not even gonna listen to this bullshit.
It's not a horrible human being.
Wow. TFP once again breaking out the judgmental part of his attitude.
I've reached the coordinates. The series of caves we detected should be right under me. My equipment's ready. Preparing to dive.
Layla, you have no idea what's down there.
There could be sharks.
I prefer that to Templars.
We'll keep an eye out for Obstava. Good luck, Lyra.
Thanks. I'm heading down now. There has to be a way.
They're
in.
jellyfish.
I'll find it. There! That must be the way in. Are you
know what they
still hearing
say.
me? It's awfully quiet on comms.
We hear you.
I'd like to be a
Thanks.
jellyfish.
It's so silent down here.
Because jellyfish don't pay rent.
We're monitoring your
Busting out
progress. You're doing
the
fine.
logins again.
We're here if you need
Why did I
us.
say logins? Why am I
That
thinking
was-
Kenny Loggins?
I don't know why you're thinking you're Kenny Loggins.
Buffett.
Yes.
I have loads of information on ancient Greece. Did you know that at Zakros, the Minoans built a graveyard?
I saw something earlier that... Oh, because I was watching the goddamn Red Letter Media thing earlier. Where they were naming off VHS tapes.
Yes, that's...
Grav reminded me of it.
I'm on it.
It's real
There's a
good.
bit in there. There's a bit in there where they got to a tape called Danger Zone. and
Directed
just
by
Motor-
Kenny
directed
Loggins.
by Kenny Loggins.
That is a
That
great...
explains that.
That is a great video.
It is a great video. Can't wait for it to happen again.
It happened again? I want to point out that I really enjoy the fact that Layla can just skip all the lava.
Yeah, it is nice that that lava is just no longer there, I
I'm
guess.
gonna miss the London loft. I really like the view.
Miss it. Why can't you go back?
Didn't
Yeah, how
you read
does that
Kenny's
work?
report? Abstergo's already swept through it.
Like, do you pass through the same room where the lava was, or is the room just not there?
Kiyoshi, are you alright?
I don't know, because we...
No one at Abstergo will be stupid enough
Well,
to
the water levels change. Maybe all the lava is cool. Yeah, there's like vents down there. They're all geothermal. Maybe the lava just got cooled.
They don't have to. It's a shell holding one of my special RFID transmitters. Get it anywhere near workstation, like say, in the head of security's office. And
I wasn't thinking about it at the time, or I would have paid more attention and tried to see if I could actually, like, if the layout made
more
sense.
elaborate than I could have imagined.
I think it was we came in a completely different way, because Cassandra came in somewhere up there, and we came in through the bottom. Crabs!
Build all this. But I want to pay for an Isu toolbox. This is different from Egypt. Some aesthetic elements in common, but
I don't think that's how you spell aesthetic. Aesthetic? That... I don't think that's a word.
I should get out of this diving set before I start exploring.
I'm gonna look this up, though.
Oh, I was gonna wait until it appeared on the screen so that I could then look it up.
Yeah, I think they typoed aesthetic.
Nice. Good work, Ubisoft.
I made it. Layla to Altair 2? I'm in. Do you have visuals?
Yes. By the gods, Layla, it's Atlantis. How are you feeling? Any nausea from the pressure change?
No, I'm fine. These rooms are amazing. Think, Layla, think. Something has to power up this place.
Whoop. Texture poppin'. Texture poppin' powers this place. So on an unrelated note, whoop! It's oh no, the loading screen broke again. I don't know why it's doing this.
It's probably a sign.
Anyway, hanging out with Pythagoras made my all the mercenaries hunting me stop, which is nice.
Oh, that's nice.
And we get our third set of quests involving mythological creatures. But we're not going to do that quite yet. We're saving that for a little while. Instead, we're just going to teleport over to... we're going to teleport over to my boat and then sail, I think, is what we're going to do. And then luckily, we don't need to go back the same way because we can just fast travel to Atlantis.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
We can just fast travel to Atlantis.
There we go. Just so you know what you said.
No, I'm aware. I'm not happy about it, but I'm aware. Why'd my travel speed stop? I literally am not touching my controller at this point. So I guess as we sail, one thing I should mention is that because my spear is already fully upgraded from the New Game Plus, if you were not playing this New Game Plus, you should probably definitely be fighting cultists as you play through the main story. But because I don't have to worry about that, I'm segmenting this in a bit of a different way, considering like I think I would still shoot to finish them in the same order of Greek family stuff, then cultist stuff, then Atlantis stuff. Which I know is different than the way Make Me Mad would recommend, or the way Make Me Mad did it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I mean, do whatever you feel is necessary.
I'm just talking, I'm talking for the people, for the non-people here.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking to the people too. Do it however you want to. Don't feel locked in. If you want to go kill some cultists, go kill some cultists. If you want to do mainline story stuff, do your mainline story. Whatever.
If you want to go hang out on a weird island and, you know, play some Fortnite.
If you want to buy the DLC, don't.
That too. That's also important.
It's very important.
Maybe wait for that other DLC. Maybe that other DLC will be better.
Maybe that one will be okay. Maybe they've learned things. Maybe Ubisoft has learned from their mistakes. Feel free to take your chances on that.
Oof. I thought talking about the story would get us closer to Sparta than it did.
It did not. It's a long boat ride.
It's a long boat ride.
Let's try to think of other things. Oh, I did watch, you probably saw somebody mention it at some point, that anthology series that Netflix added.
Oh yeah, the Love, Death, Robots thing?
Yeah. I did go ahead and watch all of those. They're all pretty short. They're like 10 to 15-minute episodes, some even shorter.
How was that?
Okay. I would say, like, half or less of them were something that I really, really liked, but overall, pretty good. Like, the half that I liked were really good, and the ones that I didn't like weren't, like...
Terrible,
Well,
but...
overall, they weren't, like, terrible. I can't think of one off the top of my head that I was just like, oh, this is bad. It was just some stuff that I just, like, eh. Well, there was one about killing Hitler that was just, like, really, really boring. And that's one thing you shouldn't be able to say about a short where you kill Hitler over and over.
Yeah, that seems like that should be exciting.
You'd think. But aside from that one, they were all at least okay, I would say. Some of them had really, really, really cool animation. I'd say probably the weirdest thing about it is the fact that, man, those people love to cram nudity and sex into, like, every short they possibly can. Which sometimes fits the story and sometimes just feels kind of in there for no reason.
Gratuitous.
Yeah. Like, sometimes it feels like somebody just needed to fill time, and it was like, what about a sex scene? And everybody else was like, yeah, sure.
Just way into these two robots fucking... I mean, to be fair, that is in the name
Oddly
of...
enough, I don't think a single time in that whole thing did two robots fuck.
Weird.
Yeah.
The name of the show is Love, Death, Robots.
Yeah, but I think it's usually... Let me think. Does a robot ever fuck in that entire thing? People fuck. I don't think a robot ever fucks.
Weird.
I'm not sure a robot ever fucks. But also, it was like 18 episodes, and I did watch them all back to back, so I'm probably forgetting something.
I have been playing my poor purchasing decision,
Oh?
and it's the fifth entry in a hot, beloved franchise. And it's just kind of... I feel like they...
Give me a word picture.
So they did a quick look of it back in when it came out.
Yeah.
It seems like it got better from then, but it's still just kind of boring. Like, I maybe found a copy of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 for a very low price.
What did he tell you? He told me a lot of things. Icarus was
But,
the doors to Atlantis need to be sealed, and something about mind control.
the soundtrack is alright. That's the nicest thing I could say about it. They did patch in the thing, because before you had like this weird slam thing that was basically it would try to magnetize you to rails, and that's really weird. And they patched in a thing where you can single tap the grind button to just do a grind, and then you can double tap to do the slam, which seems like the way it should have been from the start. Seems like some loading times got patched.
But we can't run from anything anymore.
Like, it's not quite... Like, loading times are still bad, but they're not hilarious. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Laos stayed after I
bad, but not like I'm gonna go make a sandwich bad.
Yeah.
Of course. But first, there's
Like,
something else.
retrying things is faster from the quick look. If you muck up a event and then you're just like, oh, I just want to restart this. It doesn't load you out and then load you back in. It just restarts the thing, which seems like, you know. But
I've now found a list of all of the shorts from that Love, Death, and Robots thing, so that I can go back through and give you my thoughts on a few of them while you're doing your thing. Although I guess you are finally at Sparta.
yeah, we're following Marine over here. I think we're gonna go
Yeah.
talk to the Spartan Kings.
He's still pretty bad.
What? Do appreciate her just kind of running over people. Whoop! That lady.
Yeah, apparently all of the shorts, or almost all of the shorts on that thing were based on, like, short stories from sci-fi anthologies and whatnot.
Makes
Which
sense.
makes sense.
Did you put your memories of us in that
The
book?
CG in some of those things is crazy impressive. Like, what is it? There's one called Lucky 13. It apparently was by Sony Pictures.
Wild.
Yeah. That was really, really, really good looking. My favorite was probably... There was an episode called Beyond the Aquila Rift that was really good. Well, it was like half good. But I really liked the parts that were good. And there was an episode called Zima Blue that was just good all around. There were a lot of really good stories in there. And then for some reason, like, one of the shorts has like live action stuff and Topher Grace shows up.
Sure.
It's like, oh, okay.
I like FMV.
Yeah. There's some of these that I'm looking at, and I don't even remember what the hell they were. But the animation on some of them was really, really cool. And not all, like, 3D animation. Some of them were traditional.
I think those people that attacked us may have broke the mission a little bit. Oh, no, okay, there we go. Wait. Yep, okay.
I think the first 2 episodes of the thing, though, are probably 2 of the worst episodes in the collection, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because the first one, the writing's just not great, and it also has some of that gratuitous nudity and sex scenes that just seem kind of... Like, it has that plus, like, gratuitous gore. It's like everything just feels a little bit too much, like they were trying to go like, yeah, look at us, we got all this stuff. And it's just like, eh.
Only haste.
But then the second one is written by the same guy, and is also not great.
How do you feel?
Like, apparently most of these actually are written by the same guy.
Pry that spear from your hand while you
Oh, well, yeah, I see. The screenplay version of the story was all done by, like, the same guy.
Ah.
The actual original story they were based on was done by different people.
Those children will be ripped to shreds. We should help them.
Cassandra,
But, yeah.
must
The first 2 aren't great. The second one is just kind of on the nose. Like, it's still fun, but it's just like, you kind of know exactly what it's going to be from the word go, and then it's exactly what you thought it was going to be. With a good twist in, like, the last minute that I know you'd be way into, but aside from that. Third one has fucking amazing animation and is probably one of my favorites in the whole thing, just because they don't feel the need to have, like...
Boobs.
They don't go out of their way to... Huh?
Boobs.
Oh no, there's a lot of boobs in that one.
Oh.
That one's one of the more gratuitously sexual ones, but... Well, gratuitous is probably the wrong word there. But it's like, they don't feel the need to over-elaborate on the story or anything. It's just a really straightforward... Like, it puts you right in the middle of events from the word go, and then it's like, hey, this is happening, now watch this play out.
His death was unnecessary.
And it's animated super, super well. Like, probably the most impressive animation in the whole thing.
I was passing
Like,
by
at least
when
for the
I heard
CG
Daphne's
3D
voice.
stuff.
But they're Spartans in training.
Fourth one was okay. A little bit generic, but it was fine. A lot of people have said they want a video game based on it. but it is essentially rednecks in power armor fighting bugs, Starship Trooper style.
There's more honor in that
And it's like, it's alright.
They're afraid.
came from.
Fifth one was called Sucker of Souls, and it's about an archaeological expedition what accidentally unearths a Dracula.
And soldiers into Spartans.
It's pretty good. Animation is really nice.
What good
At one point, someone gets shot in the dick with a shotgun.
Cassandra, please. This isn't Kefalonia.
Sixth one is just like a weird little comedy short by John Scalzi.
Huh.
I know I've heard that name before.
Yeah.
Can't think of where. I know that name. I don't know why it's evading me.
Let's go home.
That training is ruthless.
Not ruthless. Effective. First two boys will become Cryptia, keepers of the
He do 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 do.
Stalkers in the night.
There's a reason
He's best known for Old Man's War.
it has rules and they are strict. Spartans
He wrote a novel called Red Shirts.
are Elotes.
He served as a creative consultant for the TV show Stargate Universe.
Why don't they revolt?
Spartan fields keep them fed, and Spartan warriors keep them safe. Personal
I don't know. I feel like I feel like it's a name I've heard 100 times over.
I see him get retweeted a lot. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Most. Not all.
Beyond the Aquila Rift was really good because it's basically it's you know that fear you have of like the cyberpunk future where it's like, oh, but what if somebody hacks my eyes?
Yeah.
So it's that for a different kind. It's that for the spacefaring future of, all right, we're gonna go drop this, like we're gonna go make a small delivery to this station over here. Let's all jump in our cryosleep pods, and then you wake up out of your cryosleep pod, and it's like, oh, we missed. It's been like 1,000 years, and we're on the far side of the galaxy, and everyone we know is dead. Whoops. It's that same level of fear you have about that applied to just, oh, here's this really simple technological thing everyone uses all the time. Oh, there was a small bug. Oh, everything's fucked forever.
Oh no.
Oh, we drifted off into deep space at light speed. We're fucked.
Yeah, that's no good.
But it's a really good short, with some gratuitous nudity and sex, but overall pretty good.
I mean, you're out in deep space. What else are you gonna do?
It's gratuitous nudity and sex that is used early on, and it is set up for a reveal later to make you go, ah. But, yeah. Don't fuck strangers you meet in the deep space. Don't do it.
You might be their great 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 grandfather.
Or they might be like a 20-foot tall spider monster mentally projecting a human image. You know.
Or that.
The eighth one was something called Good Hunting, which had really, really good traditional like 2D animation, but was like, I was trying to think of a way to put it. It was good. The animation was really good, and it was a good story. And it has a really good like mid-story twist that you don't really see coming. But it was kind of like, again, maybe a little bit on the nose, but it's fine. And the animation is really good. It's a good little short story.
But every night he would tell me,
9 was called The Dump, and if I remember right, Nolan North voices is the main character in that.
Great.
It was okay. I didn't like it that much. It's okay.
I hate him for what he did.
Shapeshifters. Which one was that? Number 10.
my heart
But
broke
the fact that I can't remember anything about it probably tells you something about it right there.
first
Yep.
time in ages standing here with you.
What the hell was that one?
I truly believe it can mend again.
Me too.
Huh.
Do you remember
Oh,
the
right.
time
Now I
you
remember that one.
failed
That
your
one was okay. Animation was fine. CG was fine. Looked maybe a little bit Kingsglaive at times.
Even then, you held him so tight, I thought you would squeeze the life.
Number 12 was called Fish Night,
Turned out stronger than we thought.
which was okay. Animation, again, pretty. Kind of a weird story, but it was fine. Shorter, I feel like that one could have been longer, but if they'd made it longer and actually tried to explain anything that happened, I feel like they would have lost. Like, an explanation wouldn't have helped that, it would have just hurt it.
See us.
So ending it where it did was probably fine. Just making it a really short thing, you're just like, what?
Many we thought we dead are still breathing.
Lucky 13, which, funny enough, is episode 13 of the show.
Eh.
Was,
We want our house.
I really like that one. that was one where I was waiting for a twist and it never happened, so I was like, ah, it's fine. They subverted my expectations.
Wow.
Number 14 was Zima Blue, which I really, really liked, because it's about a crazy avant-garde space artist. Where it's like, what if you had one of those dudes what's crazy with art, but also he's in space and has unlimited funds?
Great.
It's like, what do you do when you are a crazy artist with all the money in the universe, and you just want to make weird shit? It's a really good story.
You call up
And then
my,
the main
my
character
friend.
is like a reporter going to interview the guy before he unveils his like final piece of work.
Call up my
really good
friend
writing.
Stefano Valentini.
Blind Spot, number 15, which I'm also having trouble remembering what that was.
It's a great show on the NBC network with Ashley Johnson's in it.
Fuck that show.
Wow.
So
That show keeps multiple things from happening in Critical Role. Fuck it. I like the idea that they were gonna make one of the stretch goals on the Critical Role Kickstarter to buy Ashley Johnson back from Blind Spot. You just buy out her contract and just no, she's done. I'm actually gonna look that one up because I can't fucking remember what it is and it's bugging me. Oh, and that's why I can't remember Blind Spot, because it was super generic.
Much like
It
the hit
wasn't-
show on the NBC network.
It was like, hey, what if wacky robot heist on the highway?
I mean, that's a great
But, like-
idea, but
But like not done well.
that's a bummer.
It was very Saturday morning cartoon, but with like, yo, vulgarity. It was okay.
Yo, they said fuck.
That guy flipped the middle finger before he died. Ice Age was the one where Topher Grace, I think, shows up, and one of those generic actress ladies who's totally interchangeable. I think it was Mary Elizabeth Winstead, but I could be wrong.
Yes.
One of those people.
I like Marilyn.
Showed up, and the plot is they opened up their freezer in the new apartment they moved into, and there's a like tiny ancient civilization trapped in the freezer who are going through a hyper accelerated growth rate and just playing out all of human history. That's okay. So they're just sitting there like over the course of like 2 days, watching this tiny civilization live in their freezer. 17, Alternate Histories, is the one about what if you killed Hitler at different points in history and what happened. And it's kinda eh. The animation is bad, because it looks like a weird Flash animation type thing. Like, it looks like a web short that you would have found on Newgrounds back in, like, the early 2000s.
So the hip new animation trends is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, pretty much. And also the writing is just kind of eh. Like, it feels very random. So it's just eh.
So it's
I
the
don't know.
hip new animation trend is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, like, it doesn't take the premise seriously at all, which I'm not sure if it would be better or worse if it tried to take the premise seriously, but, like, eh. It is what it is. It's not great. It's probably my least favorite of the bunch, maybe. I'd say it's probably my least favorite. Well, I don't know. Yeah, probably my least favorite. I was thinking Blind Spot's really boring, but Blind Spot at least has the animation thing going for it, so it's got something. The Alternate Histories one kind of has nothing at all. And the last one is called Secret War, which had really good animation, but the whole time I was watching it, I just kept thinking, it was like, man, this feels like somebody setting up for, like, a sequel to The Order.
I thought you were gonna say it feels like at some point someone's gonna shapeshift and be a Skrull.
No. It felt very much like The Order 1886 style. Like, just grim, like, real-world soldiers fighting monsters kind of thing.
Fighting robot monsters?
No, just monsters. Demons. In fact, from hell.
But robots.
Just because the series is called Love, Death, Robots doesn't mean everyone has to include robots. That one has a lot of death. Fulfills one of the 3 requirements. Hey, Grav. And the first one, which I didn't talk about much, was called Sunny's Edge, which again, super like just eh. It's probably one of the least good episodes in the whole thing, but like the animation's still really good, and the graphics are still really good, and it is very clearly done by some of the same people what worked on Dishonored, because man, do all of the characters in that just look like Dishonored characters. But yeah, overall, pretty good. Like, I'd say it's worth a watch. Maybe, like, if you're not into an episode early, you can probably just go ahead and skip.
And bounce.
Because, yeah, because they're all really short. So it's like, if you could just watch through a bad episode, but also if you're not liking it, just skip to the next one, because there's 18 of the fucking things. So passing on one or two is not going to be an issue. But I'd say it's overall worth a watch.
Have to be here somewhere.
Maybe just check the episode summaries and see what sounds interesting.
Oops, oops, oops. Pardon me. Whatever. We're just gonna murder a bunch of Spartans. What could go wrong?
We need to take down the commander.
You could get horribly murdered.
What? No.
Well, yeah, no, that would never happen. You're really good at this game.
I'm really good at this game. I've never died once.
Just don't summon Zack Snyder and it'll all be fine.
I thought one of those people was the traitor, and it didn't pop the thing up that said, hey, you killed the traitor, good job.
Damage numbers in these games weird me out. I mean, I know they shouldn't, but...
Yeah, it was very odd the first time I saw someone playing Origins and that had damage numbers and levels and whatnot. It was really jarring, but... These games have changed. They're a very different beast now.
Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed has changed. Damage number weaponry and damage leveled.
I'm sorry?
I'm trying to
give that another shot.
No.
Okay.
It just kind of stopped working. My jokes fell apart at the end there.
I really appreciate that stupid kick move.
It's
because
super
like,
good.
The hit effect on it looks like a shotgun blast.
Yeah!
Like, there's like the sparks fly off like your foot as you hit them to make it look like you just shot them and they just go flying. It's
like
crazy looking.
Like, you want to talk about my favorite shotgun in video games? It's probably that.
It's the kick.
It's, yeah.
Favorite shotgun in video games, huh? That's tough.
There's a lot of good shotguns, but there's
Yeah.
also a lot of bad shotguns, sadly.
Some might say there are mostly bad shotguns.
Oh,
I
what
mean,
are
shotguns have it better than flamethrowers.
That's true.
I was gonna say, name some crappy shotguns.
Let me see. It's been a long time, honestly, since I've played a lot of first-person shooters.
GoldenEye.
I mean, it's par for the course with a like loot-based kind of random generation game, but I feel like roughly 3/4 of the shotguns in Borderlands 2 were really bad shotguns.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like
I've
it took
never played
I feel like it took a lot of random rolling to get a shotgun that felt impactful in that game. Which is partly because that game is more RPG than shooter at some points, but
The,
none of the shotguns I got when I played Destiny 2 felt great, which was really unfortunate because I like shotguns.
Wii GoldenEye has mostly bad shotguns and then one really good one.
One down, four to go.
Yeah, when I think good
Halo
ones,
has
I
always
think
had-
like...
Halo's always had pretty good shotguns. from what I
Yeah, I was
remember.
gonna say when I think good ones, I think like Halo and Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 2 Remake has a pretty good shotgun, but only up close.
I think a lot of people
The
think
range
of
drop
the...
off that shotgun is heavy.
People think of the original Doom games when they think of, you know, like the iconic shotgun, but bad. But it's certainly not like, you know, on the high end of Doom weaponry.
That's two. Time to find the other.
Just kind of your workhorse weapon, but like if you want to really take stuff down, it's rocket launchers and plasma guns and BFGs.
I seem to remember, actually, funny enough, to go back to a conversation we had the last time, Turok had a pretty good shotgun,
Oh,
but
cool.
only when you had, like, the explosive ammo going. Because there were, like, alternate ammo types for the weapons. The normal shotgun was not great, but exploding shotgun was really good.
So I just want to interrupt this to say somewhat recently, I was at a store that had a copy of the original Xbox Turok Evolution, I think.
You mentioned the Turok remake thing.
No, this is the different.
Oh, okay.
Not like the 360 one, like the original Xbox era Turok Evolution that had maybe the funniest back of box quotes that I had ever seen.
Oh.
Because it was like, oh, this is the coolest, just people who want a rad first-person shooter won't be disappointed, says Maxim.
Oh man.
It was like, what?
Yeah, you use what you can get.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore, does it?
Maxim?
I'm pretty sure Maxim's still around. I could be wrong.
Really? Wow.
It's not really the kind of thing I go looking for, but I think I have found the back of the box.
Sorry, 5 out of 5 stars, Maxim. Yeah. Every FPS...
Yeah, go ahead.
Every FPS fan in the country will be taking weeks off to play this game.
Oh, wow.
From Game Now. That I don't think exists. I'm gonna take a stance and say Game Now is not around anymore.
Probably not.
Yeah, I guess Maxim still exists. Let's look up Game Now.
This online store is selling Turok Evolution for $8.99, the GameCube version.
That is
nice.
That is a better deal than the store that I was at. 'Cause I think it was like $9.95 or something.
It's from the Jamestown gift shop, and the logo for this website is just like a sick curved knife and then Amestown.
Game Now
post
very
a
much
link.
does not exist anymore.
I'm going to post a link, and I highly recommend you click through that link just to look at the logo at the top of the page there.
Wow, that's like some CS:GO ass knife right there.
Yep.
Nothing tells me your knife is more serious than it being a weird color.
I did think about buying Turok Evolution, but I did not buy Turok Evolution.
That's probably a good choice.
Oh man, I'm looking at the categories now. I'm like, yeah, okay. Knives, video games, 420.
Oh,
yeah.
Is 420 to category?
420 is a category.
All right. It happens when I hit. Oh, that's what happens when I hit 420. I don't know what else I expected.
Leonidas. He was Sparta's last true hero. We'd all be under the yoke of the
Oh man,
if it wasn't for his courage.
it's like a time warp.
What Jamestown is this?
I don't know.
This is the guys who made that kind of westernish top-down shooter.
You are so
I really like the shop by categories on the side, which include such things as Batman, Dolphin, Fidget Spinners, Pocket Knife, Puerto Rico, Skulls, and Wolf.
Also, the answer is New York, by the way.
Okay.
All of this talk of the Pythia. Pythia, I do not care what she says. Enough! We have grown tired of your insolent talk. Sparta will not go to war.
Hey, they got some Super Nintendo and Nintendo games. That's cool.
Pythia says what you tell her to say.
Anyone that stocks games that old can't be too
Metal
bad.
fidget spinners.
The time has come to cut her strings.
Let's check out what they got on the NES.
You think your blood makes you special? If we opened your veins,
Zero, the kamikaze squirrel.
Burger time.
you are no one.
Connect sensor with Connect Adventures for Xbox 360. $7. Hey, TFB.
Hey, that's I thought about picking up a Kinect when I went to that store because it was $13 there, but no. If you can find me a Kinect at the same time as a copy of Gunstringer, then I will happily do Kinect things.
But TFP, there's only one left.
I'm okay.
Gather them. My king, Xerxes wants Sparta. You have to go through me.
Oh yeah, I've clicked on N64 games. The top 2 N64 games, Paper Mario and Gex.
Nice.
Incredible. Now do you understand? What must I do? It's time we embrace our destiny. Both of us. If we don't stop the cult before it's too late, then all your
Top PS1 game, Chicken Run. I did not realize there was a video game based off of Chicken Run.
It's time we rise again.
I believe I've heard of that before in relation to like awful games done quick type things.
And look at you, goddesses among mortals.
King Pausanias, we're honored. I was sorry
There's one just here, Sega video games.
Our fathers would have been proud.
All the Segas together.
remember
I appreciate that the PS2 first game is when Capcom made a Devil May Cry game in a Nightmare Before Christmas skin.
death because of an ancient
Right, I remember that. That was bizarre.
Jamestown, that Sonic the Hedgehog very specifically says not for resale.
Spartans never
Hey,
died by
look,
these
man.
laws.
But you sound more progressive.
Things change.
You sound like you've been rubbing elbows with Athenians.
Oh, Resident Evil Dead Aim!
Oh.
We end up with a lot of books at our store that are like the pre-print, like editor's edition type things that always say like you cannot sell this.
But King
This
Archidam
is just for like review prior to publishing.
across the chests of every citizen.
I can't believe a That's So Raven used DS game
I've spent
is
whole
99
life
cents.
looking over my shoulder. If
Also,
Sparta's
Club Penguin
still
Elite Penguin Force.
I'd rather it be a peaceful one.
Peace at what cost? When Spartans aren't killing, they're training to kill. And when they
Kingdom
are
Hearts
killing,
358 over
they're
2DS.
declaring war on their own people. But we're not here to talk about the dead, are we?
No Sparta reclaimed our house after what happened to my father in Megaris. We want it back.
Mind your tongue.
On one hand, this shop seems rad. On the other hand, any shop with this many knives seems really sketchy.
An audience with you and King Archidamos to discuss reinstating our citizenship.
This is like when Giant Bomb got that mailbag of like a zillion knives.
Nothing I'd want more. Archidam
He was just trying to keep them up to par with
has
Gabe Newell.
forgiven you for the whole nose incident.
Was that the one where they had to send all of it back because it turned out the guy was a murderer? Or
Actually, no, it wasn't. That was a different mailbag. That was the one with like airsoft gear and some like really crazy Star Wars stuff, I think.
I forgot that happened.
Achievement in military training. Their discipline and fearlessness makes Sparta's army the most feared in the world.
oh no, the PS3 version of Painkiller sold out.
And bloodthirsty. And training boys to kill unarmed peasants is nothing to
Heavy Rain though, still got Heavy
back
Rain.
or not. Good. So they
I like the knife categories: dragon,
the slaughtering of their people.
marijuana, motorcycle, pocket knife,
If killing Cryptia will
wolf,
get our
and
hopes up,
zombie.
I'll do it.
I think those would go well with the X genders meme on Twitter.
Ah yes, Call of Duty Bladka Ops.
appreciate that this detour to the Jamestown store has also made us completely stop paying attention to Assassin's
Oh
Creed.
yeah, no.
Like, I'd kind of clicked over a few times and saw cutscenes happening and things like that, but
I'm just gonna kill these rogue Cryptea members and then probably call that a stream.
it has been more than 2 hours.
It has.
Look, man, when you see a marijuana folding knife with a nail file, a bottle opener, and a pocket knife in 2 styles, some things are more important than other things, is what I'm
It's
saying.
true.
They won't ask any questions. Let's keep out of sight.
Choose from green leaves or Rasta-colored leaves.
That's real good.
Oh my god, one of the wolf knives is also a motorcycle knife.
Oh my god! I gotta find this.
There's only 2 wolf knives, so it's not gonna be hard.
Alright, I'm clicking that wolf tag.
Define a wolf knife or motorcycle knife, rather.
God, okay,
Like-
that's going in the chat.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Get that image.
like, is it just like Devil May Cry 5 motorcycle sword, or
No, you'll see. Don't worry.
that was not what I was expecting.
What in the world were you expecting?
I did not that.
Oh, man. I'm sad that isn't actually 1024 by 1024.
To be fair, like if you say motorcycle knife, I don't have a good sense of what that could possibly mean.
Yeah, I didn't either. Let's click on the motorcycle tag.
They're all kind of the
Ooh.
same thing, sadly.
Yeah, but come on, look at that skull motorcycle. Ooh, and that picture actually is big. Hold on, let me get that sucker in the...
Yeah.
That is one sick Grim Reaper. That's a Nicolas Cage ass knife right there.
I wish I could remember the name of the movie that I saw he was in that looked really stupid.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Direct to video,
Yeah, that narrows it down.
supernatural thriller.
Again,
Nicolas
gotta
Cage.
try.
Nicolas Cage wears a leather jacket and fire is a big motif.
Gotta try so much harder than that. Oh my god. Under the household category, they have 2 categories, one for ICP and another one for Insane Clown Posse.
I think this is the best website.
Oh, there's
What?
an emoji category.
I want you to open up both the ICP category and the Insane Clown Posse category and tell me what the difference between the two
They
is.
are different items, I'll say that. There's a $60 Insane Clown Posse queen-sized comfort blanket for... Yeah, uh-huh. And that's under the ICP tab. The Insane Clown Posse tab, on the other hand, has another different blanket for $60, and then a smaller blanket for $49.99. A lot of Insane Clown Posse blankets. Let's see. Appreciate the Eagle category. Yep, that is a marijuana flag.
Bunch of mercenaries after me. Oh, I think I got a thing. Hold on.
I like how the Insane Clown Posse and ICP tags have different items in them.
Yep.
There we go. I stumbled upon the funny thing that we mentioned last stream as we're making fun of all the goofy things. But perhaps as part of her journey, perhaps simply because she was feeling violent that day, Cassandra unknowingly completed a job.
Nice.
All that remained was for her to collect her pay. Like, because of the way that the world is so open in this game, you can very easily complete quests before you accept them.
It's actually incredibly common.
So
I feel like it's almost impossible not to do that at least once during your run through the game.
And it's got every single quest that you can do that with has special dialogue for, oh, by the way, already done.
Already did that, sorry. It's like that one really good bit at the start of Skyrim that you can never really do again, where the guy's like, hey, I need you to get this thing, and you can just hand him the thing that he wanted, and he's like, oh, okay, sure. I think you get to do that like twice in that entire game.
Right on this site has a skulls tag.
I mean, hey,
Randy
skulls are
Orton
popular.
is psyched.
Although, weirdly enough, there's not a lot under any of the skulls tabs.
True.
They're all just like a couple of items at most.
.23-inch machete.
Is that legal?
Don't know.
I feel like it probably shouldn't be.
I mean, machetes are... Seriously, officer, I was just using it to clear brush. Like...
In New York.
Yeah. Not New York City, but Jamestown, New York. Like, there's a big chunk of New York that is not a city.
Oh, yeah, I guess that is true.
Having driven through a big chunk
Oh,
of New York.
apparently it is now legal to open carry swords in Texas, so that's fine.
That
is so
and
cool
machetes,
and
machetes
horrible.
fall under that category. Yes, apparently daggers, spears, and machetes fall into that category, so it's legal.
Is Texas just turning into Red Steel 2?
God, I hope so.
Speaking
Make
of
things
hot,
so much more interesting.
Speaking of hot Ubisoft games, Red Steel 2.
So if you're just like walking down the street with a spear on your back and someone calls the cops on you, they just gotta move along.
Yeah. What? No.
I mean, that person's in the wrong for calling the police.
I'm exercising my constitutionally protected right to have a spear on my person at all times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also
right there in the Second
a
Amendment.
pointy weapon. Boom. Dick jokes. Got him.
Yep. Any blade over 5.5 inches, which is currently illegal, can soon be carried in public by law. And includes daggers, spears, swords, bowie knives, and machetes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I just want to take a moment
Uh-huh.
and say this continues my problem with the video game and also the real life. If your dagger is longer than 5 inches, that's not a
It's really not a
dagger,
dagger at
that's
that
a
point, in my
short
opinion.
sword.
If your dagger is longer than 5 inches.
Please see a doctor. Yeah.
Yeah.
This may be a rare but serious side effect.
I like the quote here. You're not going to see a lot of it. People aren't going to use these big knives. They're cumbersome. You don't want to walk around with one of those every day. But if you want to, it's your right.
That's good.
All I can think of is that the surviving edged weapons video.
The only places they won't be allowed include schools, bars, hospitals, and churches.
Okay, that's fair. Don't bring a spear into a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like good
That
common
seems
sense.
reasonable.
mean-
Most of these
Yeah,
knives.
this is what we
hunting
mean when
and
we're
fishing.
talking about common sense gun control.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Tennessee, I'm pretty sure it's legal to bring guns into bars, and that seems like a terrible idea.
And apparently, any business owner is still allowed to put up a sign prohibiting people from bringing knives into their place of business.
No
So
spears.
if you would not like people to walk into your place of business with a spear, you can just put a sign that's like, "Hey, no,
Stop it.
swords only."
That knife is less than 5 inches long. It ain't coming in this store.
Okay. I'm just gonna let this guy.
Apparently, they're only legal to open carry. You cannot hide your knives. If you've got that katana under a trench coat, it is officially illegal.
Knives out all the time.
Yeah.
Run faster.
Okay. Anyway, that'll do it for this Assassin's Creed and reading the Jamestown Gift Shop website stream. Join us next time when we hang out in Sparta some more. And
That'll be fun.
yeah,
Sparta's a fun place.
probably meet one of the better named characters in the game. And not like good character, but with a really good name.
The thing is, I'm 90% sure I know who you're talking about, and I can't believe you're saying it's a good name.
It's a terrible name, but it fits that guy super well. Can't deny that one, can you?
Yeah.
Anyway, night everybody.
Not everybody.
Bye-bye.